All right. Can you see Peter?
Mm.
Okay, so continuing on with the book of Proverbs. Last time we read to chapter 2, right, Peter?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the value of wisdom. Okay, so I'll read first. My son, if you receive my words and treasures my command within you,
So that you incline your ear to wisdom and apply your heart to understanding.
yes, if you cry out for discernment and lift up your voice for understanding,
If you seek her as silver and search for her as for hidden treasures,
then you will understand the fear of the Lord and understand the knowledge of God.
for the Lord gives wisdom from his mouth, come knowledge and understanding.
Good. He stores up sound wisdoms for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk uprightly.
He guards the path of justice and preserves the way of his saints.
Good. Then you will understand righteousness and justice, equality, and every good path.
When wisdom enters your heart and knowledge is pleasant to your soul.
Good. Discretion will preserve you. Understanding will keep you.
To deliver you from the way of evil, from the man who speaks perverse things.
From those who leave the path of righteousness to walk in the way of darkness.
Who rejoice in doing evil and delight in the perversity of the wicked.
Whose ways are crooked and who are devout in their path. Okay, so next.
To deliver you from the mortal woman, from the seductress who flatters with her words.
Seductress.
Oh, seductress.
Who flatters with her words. Whom forsake the companion of her youth and forget the covenant of her God.
For her house leads down to death, and her path to the dead.
None who goes to her return, nor do they regain the path of life.
So you may walk in the way of goodness and keep to the path of righteousness.
For the upright will dwell in the land,
and the blameless will remain in it, but the wicked will be cut off from the earth, and the unfaithful will be uprooted from it.
Good. So what does that mean? So that means if you do evil, if you do bad things, you will deserve bad things, right?
All right.
So if seductress is, if somebody try to seduce you or say, hey Peter, come to me, do not go that path. Do you understand?
All right.
Okay. All right, don't go down that path. Okay.
All right.
All right, so that's wisdom. Now it says, guardians for the youth. My son, do not forget my law, but let your heart keep my command.
For length of days and long life and peace they will add to you. Let not mercy. Oh wait.
Let not mercy and truth forsake you.
Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart.
Good. And so find favor and high esteem in the sight of God and men.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding.
In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. You see that when they highlight it like that? That's very important.
Alright.
Okay, so we need to remember that.
Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil.
It will be health to your flesh and strength to your bone.
Honor the Lord with your possessions and with the first fruits of all your increase.
So your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will overflow with new wine.
My son, do not despise the chastening of the Lord, nor detest his correction.
For whom the Lord loves, he corrects, just as the Father, the Son, just as the Father, the Son, in whom he delights.
He is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gains understanding.
For her proceeds are better than the profits of silvers, and her gains than fine gold.
She is more precious than rubies, and all the things you may desire cannot compare with her.
Okay, so what does this mean? So it says on here, it says, so basically it just says here, whoever the Lord loves, he corrects. So what that means is that, like, Peter, if you do something wrong, right? I have to tell you and say, hey, Peter, you're doing something wrong. That means I love you, right?
Alright.
Well, same thing with God. Like, sometimes when we do something wrong, God will correct us. And how he corrects us is like, sometimes he would like tell you, hey, you're doing something wrong. Or sometimes when you ask for something, he won't give it to you. Just like, hey, Peter, when you do something wrong and you ask me like, Mom, can I play with the phone? What do I say?
No.
Okay, why?
Because you want me to read or something?
Yeah, because you didn't do what I told you to do, right?
Alright.
Okay, so that's what it means. Okay, so let's continue.
Length of days is in her right hand, and her left hand riches and honor.
Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace.
She is a tree of life to those who take hold of her, and happy are all who retain her.
Good. The Lord by wisdom found the earth. By understanding he established the heaven.
By his knowledge the depths were broken up, and clouds dropped down the dew.
My son, let them not depart from your eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion.
So they will be life to your soul and grace to your neck.
Good. Then he will walk safely in your path, and your foot will not stumble.
When you lie down, you will not be afraid. Yes, you will lie down, and your sleep will be sweet.
Good. Do not be afraid of sudden terror, nor the trouble from the wicked when it comes.
For the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being caught.
Good. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power, in the power of your hand to do so. So you see this is very important. It says, do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, for when it is in the power of your own hand to do so. So let's say I give you something and I say, hey Peter, can you give this to Matthew? And then when I'm not here anymore, you're like, I'm not going to give that to Matthew. I want to keep that for myself. So the Bible says, if do not withhold the goods, right?
Alright.
So you're supposed to give it to them and not keep their things. Does that make sense? Okay, next.
Do not say to your neighbor, go and come back, and tomorrow I will give it, when you have it with you.
Okay. So same thing. Like if you have it today and then you're like, oh, come back tomorrow. Give it to them today. Because tomorrow might be too late. You know that, right? Okay. Do not devise evil against your neighbor, for he dwells by you for safety's sake. Meaning, do not think bad things or do bad things to your neighbor.
Do not strive with a man without cause, if he has done you no harm.
Okay, do you know what that means?
Don't mess with someone if
Yeah.
they didn't do anything.
Yes. So, strive can mean like hit or beat up or do something wrong. Do not do wrong to somebody when they haven't done you any harm.
Alright.
Okay? Do not envy the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Do you know what oppressor means?
I don't know.
People who oppressor is like people when they look down at each other or they're like bad people in a way. Okay? Next.
Alright. For the perverse person is an abomination to the Lord, but a secret counsel is with the upright.
Good. The curse of the law is on the house of the wicked, but he blessed the habitation of the just. You know what that means?
No.
So the Lord curses somebody that is wicked. Like if the wicked household, if somebody is evil in that house, he cursed that house. But he blessed the habitation, but he blessed the house of the just. Do you know what just means?
No.
Like justice.
Alright.
Okay, so he blessed the one that is justice.
Surely he scorns to the scornful, but gives grace to the humble.
Okay. So surely he scorns to the scornful means like, scorn means to yell at. Like when somebody gets yelled at, he also gets yelled at by God. But he gives grace to the humble, meaning that, when you humble, meaning that you're like very not show off and like very meek and humble. Okay, the wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the legacy of the fool. Okay, let's read this little thing here. God can be trusted. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6.
If you trust and obey your Lord, you can always be sure everything will turn out right, no matter what problems may come.
How very wonderful our God is. How powerful, how rich, how holy, how gracious, how glorious, how loving. He is all that we need. He is the God who is enough.
Many times you may not understand why something happens, but keep on promise to guide your life. He will obeying and trusting him. He has to do it.
Many times you may not understand why something
I already read that.
happened, but keep on obeying and trusting him. He has promised to guide your life. He will do it. So what does that mean right there?
You should trust God because he'll guide you through your life, I think.
Yeah. Even when sometimes like bad things happen, you should trust him because, like it's a good thing, right? All right, so we read 2 through 4 tonight in the book of Proverbs. How do you feel? Did you learn something today?
Yeah, I guess.
What was the most important thing to learn?
That you should trust God.
Why?
Because good things will happen in your life.
That's right. Okay. Awesome, Peter. Peter, when one day when I'm old and then you have your own kids, I want you to look back at this video and see how we spend time together. And then I hope that one day you can spend time with your kids like this. Kids and grandkids. Would that be cool?
Yeah.
I think we just started a tradition.
All
Do you
right.
like this tradition?
I don't know.
I love this tradition.
Alright.
Alright. Hold on. Let's get something going here. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.